Hello everybody and welcome back to the Wild at Heart. We are finally going to be getting out of the Sunken Grotto today. I think this is about 3 videos in, so it's time to leave this place. As you can see, it's pretty big though, so I mean it does take a little bit of time to clear. We've unlocked all the shortcuts in this area. We've picked up everything that there was to pick up. So now all we have to do is just head to the northernmost part, and we have ourselves a rather complicated looking puzzle. So with Kirby, we're going to use the strong ability on our lantern. And what's really cool about being able to switch with your partner is you can actually switch mid-action and it'll be infinite. So Kirby's lantern is never going to run out, and that means that we can cross over into this area, because if I were to switch to Kirby, that green gate would come back. Unfortunately, her lantern is not strong enough to keep that from returning. But now that Wake is here, and we have all of our spritlings with him, we'll go ahead and just put a bunch of them on switches. And then we will leave Wake to vacuum the windmill. And then Kirby can step on the final switch to open everything up. And there you have it. So it looks rather complicated, but again, I like the puzzle solving in this game because it makes you think, but it doesn't make you think too much, while still being clever and kind of fun to solve. So we have a bit of a fight ahead of us here. We've got lots and lots of mushroom type of enemies, and they're being buffed by, I don't even know what to call that. It's just like a plant with tentacles in the middle. So we need to throw all of our spritlings at that thing to destroy it ASAP. It'll daze some of the stronger enemies momentarily, and it will also remove their buff, which makes them easier to defeat. And then once you defeat them, the way forward will be revealed. Now over here to the right, there's this wooden structure, and it's kind of funny because there's not really anything like that we've run across, but you can destroy this. Very, very, very easy to miss, but I do recommend doing this before moving forward to the west. Because as we come through here, we'll be brought back to the central deep woods, and we will be able to make ourselves a shortcut. We also have an item up here that we can carry back for Scrap Heap's museum at some point, but unfortunately we need 35 spritlings in order to be able to carry it. So I might as well be picking up some scrap and some items because I'm gonna need them in the near future. These loose parts are used to build any of the items or the buildings that we need in the grove. So that's why it's always a good idea to pick those up when you see them. And then we'll use a few of our spritlings to push this ramp down and create a shortcut for us. So this is a nice little shortcut because this brings us actually near the entrance to Frost Fields. But rather than go by the warp point in the Sunken Grotto to kind of get back there, you can also use this little entranceway here if you happen to be closer to Frost Fields. I'm also, I guess, gonna mark this chest on my map. We will find a way to destroy those crystals very, very soon. And so now I'm just gonna go back to where we were and continue onwards. So if we continue west to where the gate opened up, we can finally get out of here and get to our new area. And this is the Crystalfall Coast. This is probably my favorite area in this whole game. I love the music. I love the rainy, kind of dreary beach. It just looks so beautiful. We have ourselves a nice fat teleporter right here that we can use. Unfortunately, our camp, which you can see ahead of me, is blocked off by this boulder, which takes, ouch, 35 of our sprites to move. So we're just gonna head north. And we're gonna find our final Greenshield. This whole area is pretty much blocked off right now anyways. Halt! Move and you die. Another one, Changed your face again? What? What? You scum! You shameless fiend! Took a little boy this time. What about the old body you stole? Did you toss it aside like trash? The body of my friend. And who's this? Who are you? We were sent here. He's clever. Every time I think I'm galvanized of his tricks, he finds a new way to torment me. He who? My name's Wake. This is my friend Kirby. Wake, I tell her to relax, but that sword looks like it's seen some use, so maybe... I imagine he's quite angry with me. I've lost count of how many I've killed. It's been busy work keeping his feathers pruned all these years. But... you're not him. That's what we're saying. We're the new Greenshields. Oh, are you now? Didn't know we began recruiting from kindergartens. I'm 12. Well, I've been killing never-gazers for a lot longer than 12 years. You don't look that old. It's escaped you that time in the deep woods. Doesn't exactly pass like it does in the outside world. Greycoat. He's been here since... when was the wheel invented? That was supposed to be a joke. Oh, anyways, you can call me Toothpicks. That's also supposed to be a joke, for your information, on account of the near-surgical proficiency of my sword arm. Nice to meet you. We're supposed to bring you back to the Grove. Greycoat's orders. He's giving out orders now, and recruiting new Greenshields? Well, I suppose someone should be trying to paddle this sinking boat. Very well, new Greenshields, Wake and Kirby. I'll go back, though I doubt he'll like what I've got to say. I'll be there if you need me. See ya, kids. That was the last of them. I guess we should head back to the Grove. Any clue what happens next? Not really. I'm sure Greycoat has a plan, though. In my experience, grown-ups' plans never work out the way you want. But I guess we don't have much of a choice. Back to the grove it is then. It is also becoming nighttime, so this is absolutely perfect timing on my part. Like I said, there's really nothing that we can do in this area right now, and we will be coming back shortly. So we're just going to warp back to the grove, and we're going to get some more story and dialogue, seeing as how Toothpicks was the last of the Greenshields. Wake, and... oh, hello. Greycoat, who is this? I'm Kirby. Yeah, this is my best friend Kirby. She followed me here. Oh, I see. Apologies, but I have a more pressing issue. Allow me one moment. So you mean to tell me that not one of you succeeded in retrieving the artifacts? The artifacts you were charged with protecting, all 3 of them are still missing? And when exactly were you planning on telling me this? I was still attempting to recover it. Where did you lose them? We don't know. Deeper into the woods. Taken by our old acquaintance, obviously. That's not really him. You know what I mean. And then Paper Planes just wrote sorry. The Never, it's gotten so strong. We've seen a few Never Gazers out during the day, hiding in the shade under the trees, just watching us. Likely because he has all 3 of the artifacts that are meant to help keep the Never contained. No wonder the Green Witch is having such difficulty. Sorry to interrupt. You keep talking about someone. Who? Scrap Heap, get them set up, would you? Of course. Apologies for my demeanor back there. And he's gonna tell us about his past. So the Green Witch, before she passed on, created 3 keys. Some of them were common items. She magically linked them to the seal that keeps the Never locked away in the Umbral... Lethia? Umbral what now? Yeah, I'm with Kirby. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's difficult to explain. The Never, it comes from somewhere else, exists on a different plane. Umbral Lethia is where it lies now, and a gateway to it exists here, though it is sealed. It is a dark place. Only one of our number ever ventured there, and, well, he didn't return. But something wearing his body did. His name was Big Pockets, and he was a great Greenshield, and he was our friend. The Never has him now and uses him to move about during the day to undo our work. He has taken the artifacts. He walks these woods sometimes, even in the daylight, taunting us. About Master Kirby. If it's about space, she can take my place. Of course not. We've got plenty of space. Suffice to say that another child complicates a matter. I'm standing right here. Don't worry your thoughts with it any longer, young masters. We should all retire for the evening. Much more to do tomorrow. My lady, please make yourself comfortable. You are most welcome. Alright, so yeah. Now that we've got all the Greenshields gathered, they all pretty much failed in their mission that Greycoat sent them on originally, unfortunately. So we have to clean up all of their messes. I'm gonna talk to Litterbox here, just to get a few items. And I think we only brought back the 1 cat, so no glint for us this time, but she gave us a bunch of makeshift flares if we want to go out into the night. There's a few more things that we can do around the grove, but we might as well rest since it is nighttime. Wake's gonna have himself another dream here. It's difficult, you know? It's difficult to even look at you. You remind me so much of her. Wake, where did you go? Wake, Kirby, good morning. I'll waste no time. We've got much to do. I suspect you already know what I'm going to ask of you. Yep. We gotta go find the missing artifacts. Good. To guide your way, these locations will be marked on your map. The deep woods are vast and daunting. Many strange and ancient beings lie in its corners. But fear not, all Greenshields in the grove will be here to assist you. But fear not, all Greenshields in the grove will be here to assist you. There is not a finer smith and tinkerer in all the lands, magical or otherwise, than my dear friend Scrapheap. Use his vast knowledge to your advantage. I do believe he requires assistance in restoring his famed trove as well. I've never met more fierce a hunter than our friend Toothpicks, and I do believe she may have some additional tasks for you should you feel adventurous. The twins, well, I'm sure we'll figure out something for them to do. Alchemist extraordinaire and purveyor of many useful bits and baubles, Crow's Nest's shop will surely be of great use throughout your journey. While he may not speak short on words, he isn't. If you're looking for new or updated maps, Paper Plains is certainly most knowledgeable. Litterbox, well, we mostly just leave her to her felines. She's had a long go of it. If you do find her cats, she may reward you. Aw, poor Litterbox. She has no use, except for to be the resident crazy cat woman. You're ready. You know it. Alright, so I am gonna have to do a little bit of grinding before we continue, because in order to do anything else from this point on, we have to be able to carry a grand total of 35 sprites. Now, I'm only 100 off, so I mean, I could go into the woods and just fool around and gather up a little bit of glint. But I think I'll probably just do that off screen. While I'm here in the grove, though, we can speak to Toothpicks. And we can ask her about bounties. Ever notice how some of the creatures in the deep woods aren't friendly? I know what you're thinking. I was thinking it too. It's not just you. They've been a problem for a while now. We suspect the growing influence of the Never is making them more aggressive and expansionist, for lack of a better word. We unfortunately cannot allow their overly violent behavior to threaten the balance of the deep woods. So we can help her cull the population a little bit. So she'll ask you to hunt different things each time that you speak with her. And the first bounty she has for us are shelter horns. And she wants us to kill 5 of them. If you want to know the status of your bounty or a reminder, just check back in with me through the shiny rock. So we actually haven't even ran into shelter horns yet. She has a lot of bounties and they can be a little bit tedious and time consuming, so I do recommend talking to her and kind of working on those as you go throughout the game. And then finally, just before we go, we can buy paper planes next to maps that he has for us, which is the Rattle, Brook, Gulch, and the Sunken Grotto. And again, keep in mind, if you're already exploring a lot and you're being very, very thorough, you might not want to buy these maps, but I don't see what harm it does to buy them. They're pretty cheap. Scrap isn't very difficult to come by. And it just fills everything in case I have missed something. So I'm gonna go and do a little bit of grinding off screen. I've gotta go and get myself a little bit more glint so that I can carry 35 spritelings before we make any more progress and carry on. I will meet everybody back in the grove and we will carry on from here. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.